Hey everyone. I was sharing some A Course in Miracles teachings with a friend the other day, and one came to mind that has been helping me a lot, and I want to share it with you today because I hope that it's going to help you in these times. In any times, but particularly at the moment, because what's happening at the moment is that naturally there's a divide occurring as people either, some people kind of really cling to the structures that we currently have, that we've created in society, and as they cling to just, can you just do what you're told, please just toe the line, let's just get back to normal, let's just be able to reopen let's get our life back to normal. There's kind of, and I don't want to say that group because maybe one person might swing between these two. So let's say kind of there's that, what would you call it? Maybe viewpoint approach. And then another approach is, no, now is the time for a review of everything. Like, we are doing a massive review and a massive rewrite, and now it's the time. So let me stand up for what isn't working, for all the things that we need change in, and let me try and wake as many people as I can to follow along, to grow, to evolve. And as we're seeing that, we might be really seeing a divide occur. But we're also seeing a divide occur that's happening on purpose, because there is, without doubt, a section of, how do I put this into words? There are certain people on the planet that benefit from division. There always has been. So they are going to come in and they are going to plant things. They are going to kind of put things along our path that are specifically intended to divide. And a lot of you are picking up on this, and a lot of you are saying, a lot of you are sending me Candace Owen videos. A lot of you are talking about, they want race riots. They want us divided. And I wholeheartedly agree. I can see that. I understand that. Here's how I would love you to approach it, because I'd really love you to approach it from an empowered perspective. And because there is this desire for division, this particular lesson from A Course in Miracles I find very helpful, and I want to share it with you today because I'm hoping that it will really help you too. So the lesson is, I could choose peace instead of this. So whatever we encounter, what we see before us on the outside, possibly on the news, in your social media feed, even in your own mind, with your own thoughts, I could choose peace instead of this. It's very powerful. It's immediately empowering because it's reminding you there's a choice. Now, ego might hear those words, I could choose peace instead of this, and take that to mean, so are you suggesting that I stay passive? Are you suggesting that I be gagged? Are you suggesting that I don't stand up for what I believe in? No. What I'm suggesting, what A Course in Miracles is suggesting, and what I have found very helpful for me, is that when I get the option, when I get the choice of division, of conflict, of focusing on differences, and I remind myself I could choose peace instead of this, it immediately shifts my perspective to a higher understanding, to a bigger picture perspective. So what I then do, I still have communications with people. I might still speak up. I might still choose to act and teach and join various groups. whatever it is that you're feeling called to do, but you do it from a place of peace. And so therefore you might ignore the comments on a Facebook post when you know that person is just after conflict and you know they're not open to hearing you. You might turn the TV off and go, you know what, the perspective that they're showing me is a perspective of conflict, and that does not work for me. And so instead of seeing videos of riots, you find the videos where people are united. Instead of listening to people who are very fear-based, which I do find, so from a perspective of Candace Owen, I think some of her arguments are, certainly they come from her experience, and I can't speak for her experience. I can't speak for being a black person in America. What I can say as somebody that listens to her videos and to her posts and I've had people send them to me, if she is reminding black people of their power, I'm all for it. If she is suggesting to white people, or if white people listen to her message and get the message that there isn't as much of a race issue in America as what a lot of other black people are telling us that there is, then I think that's dangerous. I'm not saying she's dangerous, I'm saying that perspective would be a missed opportunity. And so be open to being educated in a calm way by experts that know what they're talking about, not by somebody trying to rev you up into conflict, them and us, let's be divided. I think there's a lot less of that than what we see and what we hear. I think when you listen to the mainstream media, when you follow certain people, you would be led to think that, you know, we're all ready to go to war with each other, and I don't think that's the case. I think that most of us in one-on-one situations do choose peace, and I think as a group we would choose peace when we are left to our own discoveries and our own understandings, and when we are left to be able to connect with each other without the interference of outside forces, third parties that do benefit from conflict, that do benefit from a certain narrative. So, but it's not just about things that you're finding in the media, it's about how you move through your day. So I could choose peace instead of this. As your thoughts start going down a rabbit hole, as your thoughts start getting more, as you find there's conflict in your mind, as you start having arguments in your mind with somebody, I could choose peace instead of this. It's not the passive option, it's not the being gagged option. Speak loudly. Speak from love, speak from your heart, teach people what you know, listen to others who have things to teach you, join in with groups, join in with movements, join with your neighbours, with your friends, with people on social media, get educated, open up, align your behaviour with your values and your priorities. But remind yourself as you move through your day, I could choose peace instead of this. And when somebody's showing you conflict, move away from that. So that's not to say don't listen to people who are passionate or who are angry. That's not what I'm saying. But we don't need to be divided from each other. We don't need to be in conflict. Ego thinks it needs conflict for power. Ego thinks the more I am in conflict, the more I am ready for war, the more I am enraged. Our ego is always enraged. Our ego is always ready to be enraged. So that it thinks the more I am enraged, the more power I have. And I want to say to you, that's not the case. That is not real power. It's pretend power. It has very little momentum and it runs out of steam almost immediately because it's exhausting. It runs on adrenaline and adrenaline exhausts you. You want long-termed, sustained, marathon power behind you. And you get that by connecting to source and by running on peace. I choose peace instead of this. What are the thoughts that will bring me peace? What are the words that bring peace? What are the actions that bring peace? That is our job here, to bring peace to this environment, to bring peace to this situation, to bring peace to this time. I hope this helps you through your day. Let me know if you have any questions on sort of exactly how you can choose peace and still be in your power. I promise you can do it. Ego will try to pretend you can't. You can.